Greetings, writers. It's Mr. Hebda from the Lackawanna College Writing Center here with part 2 in our series on apostrophes. Apostrophes and Possession. So let's recap by talking about how apostrophes show possession. But first off, what's an apostrophe again? So an apostrophe is this kind of check mark. It's a type of punctuation mark that usually comes in between two different letters. And sometimes it comes just at the end of the word. We'll talk about that exception later today. So one of the functions of an apostrophe as a punctuation mark is to show what's called possession. So possession means ownership or belonging. And it could strictly mean property ownership, but it also shows relationships between things. And that's why possession almost always takes place between two or more nouns. So persons, places, things, or ideas. And the general rule that's used to show this relationship is that we add apostrophe s at the end of the possessor noun, so the noun that owns the other noun. Let's go through some examples. Rodolfo's painting. So Rodolfo owns his painting. We show that relationship by adding apostrophe s after his name. The bird's wings. It's kind of weird to say that the bird owns the wings, but the wings do belong to the bird. And so to show that relationship, we add apostrophe s after the bird. Here's another relationship example, Karen's mom. So in order to show that this is Karen's mom and not someone else's mom, we add apostrophe s after Karen. And we can also use abstract ideas like the city of Scranton, Scranton's people, right? Scranton doesn't own the people that live in the city, but in order to show that the people there belong to the city, we can use apostrophe s after Scranton to show that relationship. So this is the general rule that works in most cases to show possession, is to add the apostrophe s after the possessor noun. But let's talk about some exceptions to that rule. For example, what about plural nouns? Almost all of them in English, or at least many of them, end in s. So would we add apostrophe s and go, is this like snakes? Nope, we just add an apostrophe. No extra s is needed. So let's show a couple examples. The new smartphones' prices are too high. So here we have a plural noun, smartphones, and they possess prices. And to show that possession, we just add the apostrophe after that s. No extra s comes afterward. We can also use a proper noun example. The Smith's car is in good repair. So we have more than one Smith, right? It's a whole family, and that family owns a car. And so to show that ownership, we just add the apostrophe after the s. No extra s after the apostrophe, because there's more than one Smith. Let's talk about singular nouns that end in s, and they do exist. There are singular nouns that end in s, but they still get the apostrophe s after the possessor noun. Here's a couple examples. The princess's favorite subject is math. There's only one princess, and her noun ends in s, so we add the apostrophe s in spite of that to show that she possesses the subject. Furthermore, we can use proper nouns. Las Vegas's yearly snowfall total is almost nothing. There's only one Las Vegas, right? Ends in an s, but we would still add the apostrophe s to show that Vegas possesses the snowfall total. I want to spend a little bit of time talking about possessive pronouns because some of them end in an s. But we never use apostrophes for any possessive pronouns to show possession, whether they end in an s or whether they don't end in an s. So here's an example. The book is hers. We know who owns the book. We know who possesses it. We have an s there, but no apostrophe. Got something else, got something similar going on here with his team won the championship. We know whose team it is. We got an s, but no apostrophe. Got another example here. That classroom is ours. Again, we've got ours. We know whose classroom it is because of that word. We've got an s there, no apostrophe. And here's the tricky one. Its feathers are red. No apostrophe. So it possesses the feathers, but we don't need an apostrophe here. You may have seen it's written kind of like this, with an apostrophe. And there's a big difference going on here, because it's with the apostrophe is not possessive. It's an example of a contraction, a shortened form of it is. And if you want to learn more about contractions, you'll have to check out our video on the Lackawanna College Writing Center YouTube channel for more info. And as always, feel free to make an appointment at the Writing Center if you have any writing-related questions. We're always here to see you succeed. So keep up the great writing, everyone. Mr. Hebda out.